Education, obviously a concern in the region, I would say, but slow and steady. That seems to be the assessment of our local economy by the Detroit Regional Chamber. This week, they released numbers that show personal income is on the rise. The region is more attractive to entrepreneurs and the capital that comes with them. Home values are up, but they're still not back to 2009 levels, and we're not growing population. And of course, also they cited that education is a concern. Nolan, this week, when the chamber kind of released this and kind of ranked it out. I mean, I think if you look back to the bankruptcy days and we were talking and saying, gosh, what is Detroit's future going to be? You would definitely say the growth that we've had here so far has been very, very good. But the challenges do remain when you say things are up, but they're not back to certain levels.
Well, we're climbing up from a very, very low point. And, people should remember that. We are posting very good growth in this state and in this region, but we started from a dismal level. I think the most important stat that in that chamber report is the household income, the personal income report. That has been stagnant in the state for a long time. Meanwhile, costs of insurance and everything else has been going up, and families have been really struggling. I think if we can keep those personal income numbers moving, we create sort of a basis for a sustained recovery.
What did you see in this that stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we are not focusing on the things that typically attract people to want to live in a certain place. I mean, we are, if you compare us, for instance, to Minneapolis, which is another Midwest city that's in a state that's had a much stronger recovery. If you look at the things that they're investing in those places, education, infrastructure, this idea of maybe raising taxes to pay for those things as opposed to cutting them, we're sort of headed in a really, really different direction. And, it is slow and steady recovery, but it could be faster, I think, if we did things different.
Oh, because we want to look at that population growth. We want to get more people here in the state of
That's the
Michigan.
challenge.
That's the tough part.
If you were making
we
a
have a lot
choice
of empty
about
spaces to fill, from what we lost, about 1 million people, or
if you were looking at some place to live and you looked at Detroit and compared it to Cincinnati or Minneapolis or Chicago or Milwaukee or even St. Louis, there are a lot of things that you find in those other places that you do not find here.
All right. Well, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks, guys. It's always good to see you. We'll see you back here next week. You promise?
Maybe.
Maybe.
what is next week?
What is next week? It's the beginning of February. It's exciting. All right. That is going to do it for MiWeek. Thanks so much for joining us. Check us out, miweek.org, or you can always follow us on social media, Twitter and Facebook. I'm Christy McDonald. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Take a look what's happening in Nashville.
Yeah?
I mean,